Hello friends and welcome back for episode 23 of our Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. As you might notice, I am now a blue-green faded looking metal bee. I was actually experimenting a little bit and I noticed that I guess I could combine a bunch of the dyes that I have. So I went ahead and made a variety of ones from the mats that I already have in this chest here. I made one of each, with the exception of the orange bloodroot. Since I only have the one, I figured I'll build my collection first. And so I took all of these, put in my inventory, and then brought them up to the dye trader, and realized I guess I could make a blue flame dye, as well as one other combination, which I guess I need more to make the second one. But granted, I just thought that was kind of neat. I kind of forgot there were all these combinations you could make just out of the traditional colors, aside from all of the regular, well, the strange plant wildness that we've come to know and love. Also, look what it does to my head. Look, it looks like my head is like a goldfish bowl or something, although I know that's a thing as well. So somebody told me in the comments that I should try to take my shifting sand dye and bring it over here. Oh, I can turn it into shifting pearl sands dye with 20 crystal shards. I'm very curious to know what that looks like. Should we? I kind of think maybe we should do that. I certainly don't have enough now, but I know where there are plenty of crystal shards that we can go and harvest, so yeah, maybe that's another little sub-goal that I could have for today's episode. And you're probably wondering, what on earth is the original goal that we're doing today? Well, as you might remember if we were together for the last episode, I was trying to build the Adamantite set. I made it enough to build one piece of them, so I still need the headpiece and the Greaves piece. So we've got a few more ore to find in the world, and I don't really have a lot of great leads, unfortunately, so we're going to do a little bit more exploring together, looking for bits of red on the map. I think I had, like, maybe 2 spots that had a little bit, but they weren't really that substantial. Now I'm completely forgetting where they even were. I think one of them was over here somewhere. Yeah, it's just like this little chunk in the wall. Not a whole lot, but, you know, it's something to go on. And I should really start looking into places like this over here, where there's like a big area that's sort of open and is very low in the strata. So that way maybe there's a higher chance that the adamantite will spawn, because that is what we're after, obviously. Anyway, I don't think there's much else to really do up here, so I guess we might as well just jump on down and begin the games. We never got approached by the destroyer, unfortunately. I would have loved to see what would happen with that, but I've got a plan if that does happen, that he shows up. What I'll do is I'll try and get myself as high in the air as possible, build a platform, and very likely he won't be able to actually reach me, which is what I'm counting on. Although he's real big, he can't actually... Oh, freaking standing on top of my head. He won't do much once I get high enough, because although he can jump well up into the air, it can't actually reach all the way into space, so, you know, I can kind of use that to my benefit and shoot down at it and hopefully, you know, rid the world of this thing fairly easily, rather. Oh, okay, right, hi. I forgot we're doing this whole thing, aren't we? Alright, so there's actually a little bit right where I'm headed, so I'm gonna go down into the water again. Alright, fine, you can just leave. And we're gonna look up at the ceiling once we're down there and hope for the best. Hopefully I can discover what I'm after, which should be around this area, I believe. Yeah, right there, actually. Yeah, that was pretty painless. Alright, so we'll take our hot pink mining axe and get out of the water, you crazy lunatic! Okay, well, we lived. Yeah, that was not nearly as much as I was hoping as it would be. But, oh, okay, I didn't realize I was grabbing onto another bit there when I was doing that. Alright, so let's regroup. Oh, and grab this one last little bit underneath me, too. And see where we're gonna head. So, I passed the one that was up here, because it's kind of off the beaten path. Hopefully there's more that I don't have to go in that direction for. You know what, why don't we go over in this direction? We'll head over to the right a bit. I see there's like a lot of obsidian and water combined. Maybe there's some surfaces over there that I can use. So let's just kind of head over. Pretty sure I made a path out of here, right? Yeah, I distinctly remember doing just that the other time. It's a lot faster to actually just go out the bottom. So what do we have on spaces to navigate? It looks like... Oh, what? Oh, I got that debuff on me that makes my controls reverse. Okay, that really confused me for a second. I forgot that was actually a thing. So let's look around. I see a little bit of cobalt in the ground. Is that... I think we might have the ore that we're looking for a little over to the right of it. It's a little bit tough sometimes to see what I'm talking about until I get a bit closer. That's why I bring lots of torches with me. Oh, you guys are not any help at all. Well, you know what? The way you can be helpful, if you're gonna do this kind of thing, yeah, that's... Okay. You can drop souls of light. Oh, we feel vibrations from deep below. Alright, that's right what I was talking about. That means that the Destroyer wants to show up in my world and eat me. So maybe I should accommodate. Let that just kind of happen, huh? Alright, we have to grab these first. I know, I'm big on putting things off. I keep saying, okay, it's time to do the thing, and then immediately I'm like, yeah, no, we're gonna do this other thing, though. Oh, this is a really bad spot for me to be in. I can't heal, though. Oh, that was very close. Really bad when that happens, when I can't actually situate myself in a better position to get myself out because of the way that the, Oh, don't find me, bat. Just wait. Just wait a minute. Yeah, you end up in some positions sometimes where your character can get into a spot but can't get back out. Okay, we're just leaving. Now, I'm guessing we're gonna have an encounter on our hands in a moment. And if that is the case, oh, we're just gonna do our best. Grab a bunch of these. I was thinking last time that maybe I just waited it out, like I took too long in the ground, and maybe that's why it never showed up. Do I have enough to make a second piece? I think I do, actually. Let's do the range damage, I guess. Yeah, let's do the range damage to see how this looks, too. Oh, right, under the mask, I mean. Alright, that's pretty sweet. Made of metal as well. I can't really tell what's going on with it, but it's cool, whatever it is. Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet, too. Alright. Looks like there's plenty of options for us. So we need one more set piece to have the whole set done. Should I leave the bee off? I can't decide. The bee's cool, but I kind of like this new hat, too. Maybe we'll rock this for a little bit and see what happens. Let's do quick stack. At the quick stack, baby, quick stack. Alright. Going up. Anybody around? Yeah, the Destroyer's here. Okay, so here we go. Here's what my plan is this, and I didn't actually build any of the stuff. Oh, he's gonna kill all my NPCs now. We're gonna get up here. I didn't get to build my bridge, of course. It happened rather quickly. And we're just gonna keep planting lots of these rain clouds whenever we have the ability. And we're gonna do these, and we're gonna do poison. We're gonna do it like a shotgun blast right into the pile of them there. And if I have to, I'm gonna try to get back over to the nurse, if necessary, which, you know, it will be necessary pretty frequently, I have a feeling. Thankfully, this guy drops a lot of the things that I'm going to lack in short order here. Meaning MP and HP. Oh my goodness, this is not going quite as well as I was hoping. Oh, he probably killed my nurse already anyway. Let's shoot arrows right in line with it whenever possible. That's always ideal. Try and use the best of my capabilities when it comes to navigation, using my grappling, using my floating abilities. How much damage did I do to him? Not very much, did I? Or was it like halfway? I can't really tell. Yeah, alright. That's totally fair. I didn't do very well on that encounter. I needed a little bit more to put me over the edge. Thankfully, the nurse did remain, actually. The repercussions of this going badly are not all that severe. We drop a little bit of silver, which was right here, no big deal. And a few of our NPCs died, but, you know, they die all the time. They're easily replaceable, I hate to say. Would have been nice if maybe I grabbed the bonus there. Well, that's for magic, I guess I wasn't using that. But I probably could have made a quick little visit through the house and tried to replenish my health. Oh well, what can you do? So now that that's kind of over with for the moment, we know that maybe we're a bit outclassed. I suppose what I'll do then is head over in the way of... I don't know, what should we do? I was thinking going over to the left and looking for sharks to farm, but then again, that's like not going to help me because I need the souls from killing the Destroyer before I can actually make a Mega Shark, which would be obviously a big help in fighting this. Mega Shark paired up with the endless ammo bag Since I do have this, though, the Endless Quiver, a thing that might be useful is to maybe go to Underground Hollow and look for mimics, which have a chance of dropping a fantastic bow that I could probably parlay into an easy win then. This is hollow, right? Down here? It's gotta be, like, sufficiently deep, though, or it doesn't... I'm pretty sure this is where we're looking for right here. So I want to go over to the right and down. I mean, there's a lot of configurations of ways I can get down, but since I'm looking for Adamantite anyway, I may as well do a little bit of exploration. It doesn't really hurt anything to go this way. We're gonna just need to expose ourselves to more surface area. Oh my goodness, I've defeated 150 zombies. I'm so proud. I'm gonna call my mom. Alright. So, let's see. I'm thinking about what we're gonna do after we get to the Adamantite and build that last piece of armor. Where am I gonna go weapons-wise? I was thinking that the best option for me, I think we're just gonna go down here, actually, is to just take a quick look at what is on offer in terms of ranged weapons and swords and such, and just kind of, like, pick from that group if I have enough to go around. If I don't, then I guess we'll have to look into some other options there. I didn't realize this would be here. Should I break this? Not really any harm in doing so, I guess. Figured it would be useful. I wasn't sure at what point we were in our rotation, but eventually we start to lose... It's like diminishing returns on how many bits that it seeds into the world, so I think it's after 3 or 4 loops of going around through each of the ores, then it just starts to give you less per broken bit there. Let's grab some crystals since we're here. Oh, right, hi, hello, I see you there, hi. I don't quite have enough armor that this is easy yet. The Hallow is not really a great place for me in general right now, but we're gonna make do. These guys have a chance to drop souls as well, I'm pretty sure, so, you know, I'm all about it. Let's just make the best of what we got. Alright, oh, I don't really need the tin. I was really after this bit up on the top here. If I could, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. That looks like a tiny bit of cobalt. Where's that a crystal? Can't tell the difference between cobalt and crystals these days. Oh, it was a crystal. Okay, cool. Makes a very satisfying breaking sound when that happens. It's like I've just shattered like a small bar mitzvah shot glass or something. Or is that... No, sorry. Wrong thing. That's when you get married, you do the smashing the shot glass. My bad. Sorry, I'm not Jewish. So we'll break that as well, as just we're being inundated with all manner of enemies right now. I don't know where that snail came from, but it went back wherever it was. How about over here? Okay. I was thinking about, like, longer-term propositions of what else Terraria could have done to make it, like, more interesting in terms of progression. I feel like I'm pretty happy with the way that it ended, but at the same time, it kind of set itself up to be a little farmy. I don't know that I necessarily want to just, like, divulge entirely what the end game is for this yet, since we haven't done it on camera, but essentially there's an event, and I'm just going to speak in very, very general terms here. There's an event where basically you summon this boss that then triggers another boss to show up. Well, it's like an area event that you have to break these things over the course of a period of time, and then there's another boss after that. And I guess I was just hoping for more branching paths instead of like one long chain of events, but I guess it makes sense that they would have done it that way. I don't know. It's like, it's cool, but it's like it could have been maybe a little better at the same time. I'm wondering what you guys all think about the final run up toward the end of Terraria. Like, now that we know this is probably going to be kind of the canon of the end of the game, and it's not really exactly the right way to use that word, but it's like the way that the game is going to formationally be solidified. How do you feel about that? Are you pleased? Are you displeased? Are you a little bit disappointed? Are you happy that we can finally say it's the end? Because in some ways, actually, I am kind of happy that there's some closure to the general progression of the game. I mean, people complain a lot about games that are in early access and, like, are not feature complete. It's kind of interesting if you think about it, because in a way, you could say Terraria wasn't really feature complete for I don't know, like 3-4 years. But at the same time, it was entirely playable, and there was tons of content, and it's not like anybody could really be all that upset about what was in the game, I don't think, anyway. But now that there's more, it sort of just juxtaposes what there wasn't before, if that makes sense. Oh, look, it's one of those. So it's kind of a different way of looking at it. It's maybe a bit more of a cynical way, and I don't necessarily intend to encourage people's cynicism here, because I'm a big fan of Terraria, and I'm definitely not down on the game. I guess I just wish there was maybe even more. I don't know, I'm being very greedy here, because I love Terraria so much that I wish it would never end. Maybe something that they could have done to make it not only not be over, but, like, continue to not be over for a long time via some method of generation that would... What are you? That's a weird-looking enemy. Some generation that would cause more of the game to exist of its own volition. Oh, we got a Soul of Light from him. Cool. Meaning, like, for example, the way they did the dungeon, how the dungeon has its own area, and it's like its own little mini biome within a biome, but it's got its own rules, and it's got its own stuff that happens in it. If there could have been more stuff like that, more dungeony areas, and perhaps even more, like, beyond just the scope of just, here's your island, go explore it. Like, what if space ended up being that when you got to the final chapter of the game, you leave orbit and you go to another planet that has its own rules? I mean, maybe that is something they'll do with another iteration of the game, but it would be kind of sweet if they just expanded upon what's here already, made the beach go away into the ocean, maybe put another island out that could show up far, far away from where you've set things up. You know, there could be any manner of rules, and even just having even more sub-biomes that don't really follow any prescribed settings or patterns, and maybe are just completely arbitrary when they actually choose to be around, would be fine with me. I mean, they did that with the ores in a way, so why not do that with more biomes? I mean, I can't really be upset. They made the marble biomes and the granite biomes, and those are super cool. I guess I always want more. I think I am asking too much. This game was like $5. I mean, I would have gladly paid $60, though. I mean, if I knew this was what I was getting out of it long term, there's, you know, no doubt in my mind that this game was worth every penny. Oh, Ralph the Merchant is back. Good for him. Glad to have you back, Ralph. Do I want to grab some of this, maybe, since it's right here? Yeah, what's the harm? There might even be some specific uses for a particular type of armor that's got, like, a nice bonus that might complement something I need to do later, so there's no real problem in grabbing some of the other stuff. It's so difficult to, like, put a price value on games these days. We have these conversations all the time, you know, amongst my friends and amongst, like, the podcast and all that stuff, and it's just really difficult to look at what you're given on offer and say, hey, is this worth anything? Is this worth whatever you said it's worth? Is this worth more than you're saying it's worth? Are you doing some weird, personally prohibitive, intentional pricing scheme mechanism like you did with Prison Architect or Planetary Annihilation, where they specifically make the game more expensive than they feel it's valued at, so people won't buy it, and it has some sort of exclusivity? It's really hard. Like, it's very difficult to track all this stuff, and it's really lucky that we all have all of these outlets now that we can use, you know, namely Twitch and YouTube and 100 different review outlets and media personalities that all have a vested interest in sharing this information with consumers. But if we didn't have all this information, it would be so easy to take advantage of people, and even still, with all this information, people choose to, you know, not really pay attention to things at times, or you know, there's various elements of bias that get introduced, and it's very easy to end up ignorant, even though you don't necessarily intend to be ignorant at the get-go. So, I mean, it's just like this whole example, like what happened with Batman. Did he drop a mask? No, that's just his head. The way that they took the game off market is just so strange. Like, they had this game, they knew it had problems, they released it, and then on PC they said, no, we're not going to sell this game anymore because everyone's too upset about it. And or they're returning it en masse, which, you know, obviously not a thing that they want to have happen. Oh, God. That was really scary that it spawned like that. Oh, no, I'm out of everything. Okay. Oh, it dropped bacon. What is the point of bacon? It's consumable, minor improvement to all stats. Bacon? Bacon. Oh. Yeah, I guess that is what that is. But yeah, we were talking it over in Roundtable and kind of cynically, I guess I came to the conclusion, like, what if this is their way of double dipping, essentially? Like, they know that they're going to take a big hit if they don't act like they care about this game being totally broken. So what they can do strategically, and this is sort of like some political spin, I imagine, but I'm sure it was considered, they can basically take it off sale, which is what they did, and then if they want, they can release a little bit of DLC, because they have already been working on DLC for it, and roll that into when they finish it, and then sell it as a holiday version, call it the Batman Arkham Knight Black Edition, or whatever, you know, title they feel suits it, and all of a sudden it's like no bad thing ever... Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, there's a detonator there, evidently. But yeah, then it's like nothing bad ever happened, and they get to be the heroes, but in reality, like, they basically just took advantage of the fact that they released a broken game. I don't know, I don't really feel very satisfied with the way that that could be. Granted, I know that's just a hypothetical, and I don't know that that's necessarily what they'll do, but looking at all the options that are on the table for them, that seems like a pretty probable one, in my opinion, anyway. I'd be curious to know what you guys think, and of course, there's always, you know, the people that bought Batman and it worked fine for, and they can still play it, and this is not really an event for them. You know, you're not really included in the conversation, unfortunately. I don't mean to be rude about it, it's just like, there's always going to be some exception, some outlier to pretty much anything that gets talked about, and just because it worked for a few people, well, it's been very widely reported that the game was very broken for most. And I think you need... I mean, I know you can't really cater to everyone. PCs are all different. They all have different hardware constraints and different setups and everything. But I think you do want to hit, like, a pretty good cross-section across the people that are going to be playing your game. And, I mean, we've gotten through all of these different conversations about games like Watch Dogs and such that it feels like they kind of purposely obfuscate information to make sure that they sell things later. I mean, they even made a comment about that they wish they hadn't done that. But, like, just don't be dishonest in the first place is really a great way to go about doing business, in my opinion. I mean, I know that at the end of the day, it's all about making money, but I do think that it really does speak wonders for yourself. Like, if you can actually hold your customers, you know, or keep them within some certain level of respect and have them care about your decisions and pretty much treat it like realizing that they care, or you care about them, and all of that. It just doesn't seem like there's that much that goes around these days in the video game industry, unfortunately. I mean, I know that that's not always the case. There's plenty of people who care tons about their games as far as... Well, I'm not even saying the people who made the games that don't care about it. It's really the publishers most of the time that get caught up in these issues. But it's just hard to really believe that when people keep releasing these broken games that they are actually... you know, making honest mistakes over and over and over again. There's only so much goodwill that can be absorbed every single time these things happen. You know, like the SimCity incident, all of that stuff. It just keeps getting worse, it feels like. So, I mean, there's been more and more pushback as a result of all of that. And now I think the right thing to do is to be skeptical. Whenever someone makes a claim, you know, don't take it at face value. Look at their past performance, look at what they're trying to pitch, and then look at all the different ways that they could spin that to make it look better for them. And at the very least, the worst thing that can happen is you come out with lowered expectations, which I feel like is just an integral thing to have these days. The lower your expectations, the happier you'll end up being, in my opinion. Well, with certain exceptions, of course. If there's a game that you know you're going to be excited about and you know it's going to be fantastic and there's really not much they could ever do to mess it up, you know, you do what you do for yourself. It's fine. It doesn't matter to me personally. I'm just talking in very broad strokes about the industry. You know, one person does not an industry make. But it's just when we all kind of follow these same prescriptive actions over and over again, pre-ordering games that we have good reason to believe we should be skeptical about, then being upset when they come out broken or, you know, minus a bunch of features that we wanted. You know, we don't need to advocate these companies. They do a, well, pretty bad job of it themselves half the time. So really, we're becoming apologists for people who don't care about us and just want to take our money, and I don't understand what we have to gain from that position. Like I said, they don't need our help. That's their job, is to make that money. I don't know. I've been on the same kind of platform for a long time regarding this exact sentiment, and very, like, all the way at the back of my beginning of my YouTube happenings, I already started to have the same sentiment, and it's really not changed very much. In fact, if anything, I maybe gotten worse over the years, and by worse, I mean not like worse, like objectively, like more negative, just I think I've sort of solidified that position even more, that it does feel like we get taken advantage of on a regular basis, and that it is being done mostly intentionally. I know there's definitely accidents in there too, but you know, there's Q&A departments for the exact reason of figuring out why there's, or QA departments rather, not Q&A, why there's bugs and issues, and they know about them when they release them. I mean, they have to. They just choose to make a sort of an investment in their time and money in the way that they prefer to let it go out and deal with it after the fact and hope for the best and hope they can spin it to look better for them, because, you know, it's all about pushing these deadlines and making sure these things come out for the holidays, because, again, you know, it's money. And I know it's capitalism. I know that it's all about money ultimately in the end. I just think that there's a nice balance we could strike between making the money that they need to make to continue to do business, and I don't begrudge them for that part, and the goodwill part. You know, you don't have to be a scumbag about the way you do business. We can have both. Yeah, there's all the stuff that I detonated myself on last time. Did you notice before there were like 1 million crabs in this little box over here? In this little bucket? Crabs in this bucket? What is going on with that? Oh, it's because of the statue right here. I'm in a scary spot right now. Is there any way I can... You're just gonna keep shooting at me, huh? Alright, what's in here? Superior Ice Boomerang. You don't do very much damage, unfortunately, otherwise it'd be all over that. We'll grab you, we'll put you in there. Featherfall I don't have much of, but I don't think I need. And we'll grab that and this. Oh, it just straight up spawns crabs out of the statue, doesn't it? That's pretty weird. Alright, well, we could make some stuff happen with one of those, I guess. So, where are we on the whole Adamantite issue? I have to wonder. By the way, I know, like, you didn't necessarily come to watch Terraria for the hard-hitting gaming political news or anything like that. It's just, you know, these things cross my mind from time to time. When we do the Roundtable podcast, it comes up a lot, these sorts of things, and sometimes I still have stuff left in my head that I wanted to just sort of talk through out loud. So that's where that comes from. Hopefully nobody's too upset, but I'm always curious to hear your opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you feel like I'm off base with that? Am I being too cynical? I mean, I know this is primarily what's going on in, like, the AAA space. This is not really as much the case with the indie game world, which is why, I mean, partially I'm so invested still in that. I feel like there's a lot of hope when people are held accountable, and I think a lot of times when it comes to big business, and I totally am self-aware of the fact that that sounds like the thing people say when they get involved with tinfoil hat stuff, you know, big anything. You know, I mean it in a very specific context here. But when people lose their accountability, then it becomes very easy to just push issues along and not ever have to really talk about them again, and you just keep going, and that's kind of the end of that. When you're dealing with, you know, your whole career being made or broken over one little incident, whatever it might be, all of a sudden, you have to really start thinking about how you come across to people and what they're getting from your product, whatever it might be, and you know, it just puts a whole different spin on things when that happens. Okay, one more couple hits here on this crazy turtle. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm not really breaking through that ice. It's because I have the boots on, don't I? I have the ice skates or whatnot. Alright, you're not going to freeze me when I'm all stuck to the ground. You're not going to kill me there. Let's just... Yeah, thank you. I think she can drop something too. I know the Spartan guy that hangs out with her most of the time in the Marble world... He can drop his armor kind of on a rare occasion. I'd like to have that. It's pretty sweet looking armor, I suppose. I want to, like, walk around throwing javelins at everybody. That could be kind of fun. But I have to believe she probably has something too, right? Oh, what is happening right now? Oh, you're stealthed. Okay, I didn't know that was what you were doing. Gotcha. Alright, that's pretty scary, because I don't have very much health. I don't see much in the way of Adamantite here either, which is not the best. I really want to find some mimics, though. That way I can get that sweet bow. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Okay, I've got to make sure that I don't run out of ammo when I'm doing that. I think that bat is kind of stuck in there. We'll just do... No? Okay. That's fine, too, if you just want to stick around. Oh, no, you got out. Of course you did. And it looks like most of my NPCs are re-arriving onto the scene again. I found, like, almost no adamantite in this whole session. Starting to feel like Parker Schnabel on a bad run. Goodness, what am I gonna do? Oh god, not from above. Not in the face. Do I even want to go... You know what? There's like no oh my god. How did you do that? I hate that I can't look at my freaking map for 1 second without getting ganked by these freaking pigrons or whatever they're called. Okay. Risky, I know, but... Okay, I guess I do want to actually go down. So I'm not quite low enough yet to run into too much adamantite. So I think what I'll do is find a nice spot like right here. And we'll just mine away a little bit of this ice. And we'll also throw down one of these. And this should break through to the other side pretty quickly. If you just give me a sweet mimic with that bow, I would actually be satisfied with that answer. Even if I don't get any more adamantite, just give me like a nice weapon that I can use for next time. Oh, crap. Yeah, those are a scary bunch to find together. Yeah, I've been over here before. I know this spot. Okay, good. That's mostly all my MP. You're the one I want to get their stuff to drop, your gear. Oh, Mimic! Oh, it's a frozen Mimic, though. It's right on the border of where I need it to be. Alright, let's pop this off so you can jump a little bit better. Okay, I hate this. They're not set up in a very good position for me, but I'll make do. Yep, MP's gone. Let's just shoot it to death with our bow, since I've got infinite ammo anyway. What's really the harm in this? Alright, well, we got a Flower of Frost, which I don't know what that is. Let's see. 61 magic damage. Oh, it's a spell. Let's try it. Oh, it shoots like a little burning Super Mario kind of fire flower ball. Alright, that's kind of neat, I guess. Oh, and another one. That is a Mimic, yes? Yes, it is. Okay. I mean, I guess you don't take a lot of damage from your own type of magic, or, yeah, it takes a little bit. Doesn't actually use all that much ammo either, which is great for me. Hey, one of the first times I use something like that. What is that? Nasty what? It's not the one I wanted. Like I said, that has to be unhollowed, but it is something, which I will check out in just a... Oh my god. Medusa, please! I'm trying to get some work done here. You are right in my freaking way. And now we've got another one of you. Hoplites on the other side there. We need to dump something out of my inventory. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of... I don't really need this dart trap. I don't really need any more snow. I'm happy to have some slush, though. Alright, that should be good enough. Nasty ice bow is what that was. I would actually be quite happy to get... Oh, what are you? Amarok. 48 melee damage. I don't think I've had one of these before, either. I would be quite happy to get the frost armor, too. Maybe we'll try this out on this Medusa over here. Yeah, you know what? That's alright. As far as yo-yos go, that yo-yo is okay in my book. Oh, it's so slippery right here. So what, we'll dig down a little bit further, maybe over first, and then down. Just get a little bit of distance here. Fine with slush. Yeah, just give me some slush. And we've got to get ourselves out of this position, because I don't think we're going to find much where we are right now. Alright, we've fallen. We're finding, like, tin here for some reason, as it seems a little low for that. Whatever. I'm sure I'll end up in an ocean soon enough. I always do. gone. Where am I? Really? We're this far down. And I got nothing. Thought this was gonna be super easy mode. Maybe they didn't spawn where I was hoping after all. Like we're actually not quite there yet. I thought we were actually deeper than we are. Should have definitely put on a Spelunker potion. Well, just let's see what happens. Let's reserve judgment for a few more moments here. Never know what might show up. I would like that, actually, that dye. Since I'm a bit more invested in dyes these days. Let's pop down and... oh, reverse controls, right? There we go. Do we really need that much, that dirt block? I don't think we did. Yeah, my inventory is looking a bit gross and crowded up. Should probably head back for a drop-off in a minute. There's a freaking crystal heart I don't need. I'm aware I'm not picking up that amethyst. There's another crystal heart I don't need. At this point, I'm thinking about just breaking it and leaving it there. I'll take that instead, I guess. Anything over there? Doesn't look like it. Nothing over there, just a whole bunch of cobalt. I don't even have space to mine it. Alright, I'll give this a try as well. Oh, we found another spider zone from hell. I guess we're gonna drain out this lake over into Spider World and see what happens. There we go. Drains it a lot more effectively that way. And soon we're gonna start encountering spiders, and I'm gonna be pretty upset about that. So I'm not gonna have much to fight them with. Well, I guess I got my yo-yo. And my poison staff, of course. Alright, no spiders over there. Spiders over there. Alright, I can get down with this. Where are all the spiders at? They're not here. Good. No rare creatures nearby. What is dying? I hear things dying somewhere. Oh, there's probably spiders spawning into lava on the other side of that wall. You know what? Serves you right, spiders. Probably shouldn't build your house so freaking close to, hell. Although I guess that's thematically appropriate for you, isn't it? How about we do this? That'll probably work a little bit better. There we are. And I would actually like to pick up the fangs off of these suckers, so let's get rid of some snow. Let's get rid of these ice blocks. I have no reason to keep those. Yo-yos would be pretty useful for clearing spider webs if I didn't have this. The broad sweeping swipes that it does are just so perfect for that kind of thing. Oh, that's the wrong... I saw the blue circle and I went for it. I meant to do that. Okay, whatever. We needed to come back anyway. Fair enough. Let's dump our stuff. That's so good. I don't think I've ever seen cleanouts feel this good when they drop all at the same time. So I should probably check out this, because look at the difference in damage that it does. It just doesn't have auto fire, which I'm kind of sad about, but this is not bad. I might be able to use this. Also, I quite like this, the blue sparks that it makes underneath the ground. Yeah, you know what? I might have something to use here. I'm just gonna do a quick run through for strange plants in case there's one that's just sitting up on top somewhere. Probably best to not do these at night, considering it's rather hard to see, but maybe I'll just do just like a half run. Man, I feel like I didn't really get much out of this episode, unfortunately. I was hoping to come up with a better weapon than this, but this is not awful. I just don't think it's what I need, you know? I wanted to get a full set of this armor, and I wanted to get a nice weapon. And right now I think we're still kind of floundering a bit between the two of them. But again, it doesn't have to necessarily be a rush. I mean, there's still plenty of other things I could do. I could start on the whole creating the sword deal. I think I've got like 2 out of the 3, or sorry, 2 out of the 4. I think it's 4. How long does this take to die? Pancake takes what, 3 shots? Yeah, I've seen worse. Jungle bats are in town. Look at this big ol' eyeball. Knock the front of it right out. Sucks, doesn't it? Get some bluish berries. Oh, that's nice. When I one-shot that guy, that feels great. Also, why are there wraiths here? Oh, I guess it's just from hard mode. They just do that. I thought wraiths for a second were only an eclipse thing, but no, that's just not true. Is that one? No. That's 2 separate plants that look like they're sitting together. None of those. I'm pretty good at identifying them now. I mean, I'm not perfect at it, but 90% of the time, I think when I see one, or when one crosses my range of vision, I will now pick up on it. A lot better than I was when I started and had no idea what they look like, which, can you really blame me? I didn't know what they look like. Now I do. And yes, I saw those blueberries back there. Checking under the water, doesn't look like we got any. Oh, I hate this, like, weird, dark, cloudy, not quite light yet look. I was hoping maybe we could end it with, like, a snowstorm, and then we could go find some sweet frost armor. I think those, the Yetis or whatever, the things I gotta fight, the frost, golems, I think they'd probably beat me up pretty badly, but it would certainly be worth getting beat up a little bit for that armor. I mean, maybe it's not as good as I remember it being, but I thought it was like a big jump in progression. Alright, is it day now? Very confused about what time of day it happens to be lately. Let's get another one of these guys, too, the prickly pears. Makes pink dye. Who knows what I'll want to dye pink these days. Can make a nice pink bridal outfit. I don't know why, but I could. So I think at this point, what I'm thinking of doing is we're gonna go see if there's sharks, and go grab some shark fins, and maybe just I'll have those for later after I kill the destroyer. Then I shouldn't have to go do it at that point. I'll just go and build the mega shark. It's funny how there's all these, like, animal, like, fish-related weapons that are guns in this game. Like, what is that all about? It's kind of silly, isn't it? Oh, there's a shark. Found a shark. Can it rain underwater on the shark? It totally can. Shark was just killed by rain. That's a statement that I've never heard said before. The shark was killed by rain. Oh, if we could just get these to just keep popping on up. I can just stand up here on top of the ocean and wait for them. And I could grab this, too. Imagine this. Oh, I don't have any bait, though. Darn. Does it still catch things if I have no bait? Probably not, I'm guessing. I don't know why it would. It's not bobbing or doing anything. I want to see how long this string would go for. Oh, it actually just keeps going, huh? Oh, whoops. Kind of messed up there. Can't see anything. Shark! Alright. Actually worked out just fine. So we've already got 4 shark fins. Apparently one of them maybe dropped 2, or was I being attacked by 2 sharks? The world may never know. Can I hook a shark's fin on the end of the fishing rod? Actually doing this seemed like a pretty quick way to get attention. Anybody else over there? Oh, just a lot of you guys, huh? Jellies. Mostly peaceful until you get near them. Oh, does my rare creature tracker actually pick up sharks? I forgot to look. Oh. I think the rain is killing stuff again underwater. Hello? Hello? Oh, there's a mermaid necklace thing. And another shark fin. Okay, so the rain was just sitting there farming things for me. And it even found me an accessory while I wasn't even paying attention. How sweet is that? So there we go. 5 of those. And that provides light underwater. In case you want to see what that looks like. Maybe just pop down there real quick. Could actually be kind of useful. It's not the brightest light, but it's a little bit of light. I mean, once I get a pet, though, I won't really need that anymore. Not that I really need it all that badly right now. I mean, I could use a glow stick. But yeah, another thing. I think that combines with something else kind of useful. Let's pop on back over. And let's just very quickly see what that might be. Oh, okay, I need diving gear. Grants the ability to swim, and then we could turn that into a jellyfish diving gear. I don't think I've ever had diving gear, actually. Maybe it's a fishing thing. I missed out on a lot of stuff from not fishing, I understand that. It's a bit of a drag, but what can you do? What was the other one? There's another accessory I think I wanted to drag over there and take a quick look at. Wasn't there a... Yeah, this power glove. I thought I wanted to see if I could combine into something else. Did I not have a party girl before? I can't remember if she ever showed up before. Oh yeah, the Avenger emblem, right. That's what I had said, too. So I didn't even get any of the good drops from Wall of Flesh, unfortunately. Which makes the whole thing a little bit more awkward. Now fighting him underground is, like, kind of annoying. Well, it's not that bad, but there's all these awful hell things that are there now that weren't there before. So we'll see. I don't know, maybe I'll do something with that. Try and fight him a couple more times, get some emblems that I can combine together, and set something up accessory-wise. I'm pretty sure that one of those mixes with the obsidian shield, something to that effect. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, what else could I really do in the interim? I didn't get any adamantite. Wasn't there a little bit more that I didn't grab? Somewhere over here, relatively. Yeah, that little bit. I don't think it's enough to really do anything, but I think I'll go down there just because we're already in. I'm being a little bit silly now with my usage of time, but, you know, this is all stuff that's got to get done eventually. How far down do we go? A little bit more. Oh. Oh, I've stopped. I was waiting for the head to come scrolling onto the screen so I could slide myself out of the way, but that won't happen when I've stopped moving. It's a little further, actually. I don't know why I have such trouble remembering. There's a little house on stilts there. That's such a good little signifier of where I need to stop. And we go through here, and we go over to the right. We grab the orange bloodroot, because collecting things. I think it's a little further. And then to the left. Is this it up here? Alright, calm down. Calm down. Oh my god. Freaking stop. Oh, I'll take this mushroom as well. There's one I kept passing up underground every time I would fall, and I kept forgetting about it. Oh, this is like a really nice crystal shards area. And a Medusa, of course, is trying to get her hands on me. No, that's all good. I'll be right up here, thanks. Is this even the right area? I hope it is. Oh my god. Chaos Elemental, you really are very chaotic. They named you well. Oh, it's a little further, and then up. Okay. Well, the other thing I needed to do was farm souls, so even though this didn't seem like a big win for this episode, I was still accomplishing a goal. It just wasn't necessarily the goal. Also, what's going on with this little doorway down here? Is this... Oh my god, Medusa, no! Get out! You're making this way more annoying than it has to be, man. Alright. Let's grab this little potion statue, see what's in this cobweb-ridden little house. Oh, a Band of Regeneration. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't have one of those yet. And of course, the best surprise of all, the chest itself. What are you? You're not adamantite, are you? Oh, you totally are. Oh god, the whole world is coming to get me. I'm probably gonna die here. This is pretty bad, actually. 1 health. I'm going back upstairs. Thank you. I can't. Woo, that was very close. I was just about to get killed. Alright, so we found a couple more spots with some adamantite. I didn't quite make it to them, but you kind of get what happened. You saw I was about to die, so... Right, now we've got some place to go to next time. And it looks like there's even more to explore in that little zone over there, which is right here. So there's some right there. I presume we can still get up above to this bit over here. It's probably still not going to be enough, but again, we don't need that much more, and then maybe just a little bit more in this region should put us over the top. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thanks so much, as always, for watching. Sorry it hasn't been super action-packed in the same way as maybe you're used to lately, but trust me, we'll get back on the road to success. You guys can give me suggestions for what weapons you think might be useful for me to make at this point, and I will take inventory and maybe do a little bit of inventory sorting, see what else I can combine and make, and, you know, hopefully we'll have a good time with that. Sorry I didn't get a strange plant today either. Usually I run into one without very much work, and today did not seem to be the case. Well, I was going to wander a bit to my right because I went to the left before, but you know what? I think we're good. I think we'll just close up shop. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a like, and I will see you all next time.